and Flynn Brothers, McConns car hire here in Ballygar. This is about the fifth annual contest. Both teams are out there ready. Referee for the day is Charlie McDonald, the local sergeant, ready to throw in the ball. We'll fill you in a few more details as we get underway. We haven't time to give you the lineouts at the moment, but we'll go through them as Charlie checking his watch. Gets ready to whistle to throw in. Game is on. First to break away there is Big John Byrne. Gets his hand to it. It breaks. Goes out to the far side of the field. Chipped back there by John Murray. Up the field. Well taken there. I don't know a lot of these fellas. We didn't get time to do our homework. It's gone right in. Declan Kelly fisted away out for a 45. While we have a break here, we'll give you the line out. For McConns in goal, we have Tony Flynn from the Pierces Club. Right full back, Sean Curley from Pierces. PJ Carty, the well-known hurler cum footballer from Ballygar here. Gus Shaughnessy, another well-known footballer at left full back. Half-back line, Pádraig Fallon. Centre half-back, Adrian Flynn from Pierces. And left half-back, Noel Cuniff from St. Bridget's. Free to be taken by Joseph Murray. Floats it in, a great kick. Dropping down on the edge of the square. Gone out harmlessly wide. Policed out there by Sean Duff Brandon. Better known for his ability on the rugby field. Nevertheless, he plays football during the summer, of course, with the Craig's Football Club, and a tough customer he is too, indeed. Kick out by Declan Kelly, out to the far side of the field. Hands reaching for it. PJ Fahey chips it into the middle. Running onto it there is Kevin Gavin from Pierces. Right in. Gathered there by Sean Curley. Out this side of the field. Kevin Kelly running onto it. Kevin had a bad injury there early on in the year. It's great to see him back playing football again. Trying to take a few bit out of this one. Free to be taken by Kevin Farrell for the Timbermen. Kevin is better known for his hurling ability as well. Long ball right into the middle. Big tussle going on out there the far side. Gus Shaughnessy gathers it, is fouled, and it's a free out. Quickly taken. Cleared out by Noel Cuniff. Broken down by Matty Crow. Dropping on the 14-yard line, far side of the field. Big tussle going on there between Raymond McConn and John Joe Fahey. Great to see John Joe back playing again. He suffered a hamstring in training there a month ago, and he's not back to full fitness yet, but he's in the yards out. Broken there by Aidan Collin. He's fouled. There's a chance here for the McConn's car hire to go in front. Kick to be taken by Jerry Glynn, I think, that hits that one. Oh, beautifully hit with the left foot over the bar for the first score. Just at this point in time, I would like to say on behalf of both the football club and the hurling club, we'd like to express our great gratitude to both Paddy Murray and Raymond McConn for their sponsorship of both our clubs during the year. If there's ever a few pound needed or a set of jerseys needed, all we have to do is drop a word in either of their ears, and they're always more than willing to help out. So we thank them very sincerely for their cooperation. Kick out by Sean Brandon, a terrific effort, dropping out in front of us. Well held by PJ Fahey. Low ball in. Cut out there by, yes, along the ground. Adrian fisted back to Pádraig Fallon. Back to Sean Curley, out into the middle of the field. Big John Byrne from Killerearn in possession, being tackled by Matty Crow. Shakes off the tackle, loses the ball. Knocked away from him. Declan Collarn on the ball there. And it's gone out over the sideline for a line ball to be taken by Kevin Farrell. Straight up to Pádraig Fallon, drops it. Pádraig is not yet back to full fitness either. Nevertheless, Kevin Kelly into the middle. Aidan Collin being policed off that one there by John Muldoon. Kevin Carroll gets it up the field. Cut out by Noel Cuniff into the middle. Kevin Kelly in possession. Into the centre to Matty Crowe. Flicks it out to the left. Last ditch clearance there by John Joe Fahey, but he gets it away. Quickly taken. Into the centre of the field. Noel Cuniff playing very well over there at left half back. Up they go for it. Kevin Farrell tidies it up. Conditions underfoot a little bit slippy. We had a heavy shower of rain here before the game, and it's making the ground conditions rather treacherous. That's Joseph Murray, I think, son of the Paddy Murrays. Well cut out there by Tom Doyle, another player who there were worries about early on in the week. Dislocated his shoulder earlier on in the year and hasn't resumed full training yet. The referee there obviously given 10 yards against somebody for a dissent. Obviously he's not going to let away much. Down here in front of me I see Joe Daly waving away the flies. I hope his services aren't needed before the game is over. Noel Cuniff floats this one into the middle. Up they go for it, broken away. Kevin Kelly, soccer touches it out to the far side of the field. Aidan Collin on the ground. Looks dangerous on the ball, this chap. They'll have to close him down. Broken away by John Byrne. And PJ Carty left foots it way out to the far side of the field for a line ball. Matty Crowe having difficulty getting his forwards to cover the field. There's a switch in the Timbermen's team at the moment. Michael Delaney is in at right half forward. He takes over from Tommy Burke. Noel Cuniff again out this side of the field. Right up the centre of the field. John Joe Fahey traps it. John Byrne. Certainly Noel Cuniff, they're not making any headway down that far wing. He's gobbling up everything. Well taken there by John Joe Fahey. A lovely left-footed touch into the centre of the field. Gus Shaughnessy having a big tussle out there on the far side. Back PJ Fahey switches the play to this side of the field. A dangerous ball. The Timbermen are heading for goal. Off the post. Recovered there by PJ Carty. Oh, there's a chamazzle down there, and Tony Flynn clears his lines out to the far side. It's a line ball for the Stripes. Quickly taken to PJ Fahey. PJ Fahey is getting a lot of space out there. They'll have to tighten him down. Dangerous ball. Oh, disaster there. A rather innocent looking lob there. Completely deceived Tony Flynn and ended up in the net. So the score at the moment after about 10 minutes of play. Murray's Timbermen, a goal. McConns car hire, 1 point. Kevin Kelly in possession. Up to Pádraig Fallon. Pádraig toe to hand up the wing. Well cut out by Kevin Farrell. PJ Carty left footed on the far side of the field. Great run there by Declan Collin, I think it is. Over to this side. Policed out over the end line there by Kevin Fardell. McConns very anxious, I'd say, to win the trophy this time. Murray's have been the holders of it now. They won it in 86, they won it in 87. So I'm sure McConns are very anxious to break the grip on it. Kick out by St.Brendan, dropping in the middle of the field. PJ Carty going for that one. PJ is tripped there. That's a free in to be taken by Aidan Joseph Murray on the far side of the field. Sorry, it's a free from McConn's care hire to be taken by Jerry Glynn. It's a deflection there off a forward, and it's a wide ball. St.Brendan with one of his long kick-outs. Dropping 60 yards out. Knocked down by Matty Crowe to Kevin Kelly. Flicks it into the centre. Good effort there by Martin Murray from Pearses, but gone about a yard wide. McConns seem to have most of the possession, but don't seem to be able to translate it into scores. Murray's, on the other hand, have only had about 2 attacks, and they're leading by 1 goal to 1 point. St.Brendan kicks it out. Shorter one this time. Broken down there by Tom Doyle. Matty Crowe gets a push in the back. It's rooted away. PJ Carty tidies up that one. Drops it in. Up they go for it. It breaks out there between Martin Murray and Sean Duff Brandon. There seems to be a little bit of dispute down there. The referee seems... John Donoghue there, the McConns manager, team manager, anxiously egging on his charges. Knocked away by St.Brendan. Kevin Fardell in possession. John Burton seems to have difficulty holding on to that one. There's nothing in it at this stage. A great kick again by St.Brendan. PJ Fahy and PJ Carty going for it. PJ Fahy gets the better of this one. He floats it into the middle. John Burton back defending on the 40. To the far side of the field. Young Michael Delaney. In a lot of space out there on the far side. Into the centre. Terrible kick there. Cut out by Pádraig Fallon over to the far side. The ground a little bit slippery there. Kevin Kelly couldn't run onto that one. Quickly taken. Low along the ground into Raymond McConn. Ooh, a neat touch across there to Matty Crowe. Great to see Matty Crowe back training and playing football again. He makes a terrific run. Almost wiggled his way through there, but it just ended up wide. As I was saying there a moment ago, it's great to see both Matty Crowe and Kevin Kelly back playing again after serious injuries last year. St.Brendan with a great kick out. PJ Fahy drops that one. Neatly chipped in there by Jerry Glynn. Martin Murray in possession. He's fouled in possession. And we have a 21-yard free about 10 yards to the right of the goal on our right. to be taken by Jerry Glynn. Nice position for a left-footed kicker, and he strokes it over the bar. Very well taken point. Score at the moment after about 15 minutes of play. 1 goal for Murray's Timbermen and 2 points for McConns Car Hire. Certainly the pressure is on this end of the field. And St.Brendan is having a fairly busy time on there kicking out. But his long kicks are getting a lot of, taking the pressure off the defence. Again, it's dropping right out in the middle of the field. Aiming a lot of them at PJ Fahey. PJ's not yet back to full fitness. Put on a few pounds weight there over the winter. He seems to be still carrying a fair bit of weight. Tom Doyle cuts that out. Noel Cuniff. Very high, dangerous looking lob. St.Brendan. Oh, it's gone right in. Kevin Kelly. One that might quite easily have ended up in the onion bag, as they say. St.Brendan with another long kick out, dropping 50 yards out. Pádraig Fallon knocks a few of them out of his way, up the field. Race for possession here. Gone out over the sideline, and it's a line ball for McConns. The referee becoming irate there with the linesman, who doesn't seem to be able to keep up with the play. Taken by Sean Curley. Adrian Colleran on a big run up the field. Sorry, Adrian Flynn that was there. Gets it up there to Declan Colleran. Up along the wing to Martin Murray. There's a new linesman. Pat Kelly is the linesman down here using the bottle as a flag. But he's up with the play at least. Little bit more bite coming into the exchanges now. It was very bit lackadaisical there earlier on, but one can sense there's more urgency in the play at the moment. St.Brendan strokes it into the middle. Up they go for it. Well cut out there by Gus Shaughnessy. Gus being held onto there and gets the free out. To be taken by Gus Shaughnessy himself. Quickly up this side. Well taken by Declan Colleran. Floats it into the middle. Dangerous looking ball. Tom Doyle gets down to tidy up and clears it out. 21 yards out on the far side of the field. Back into the centre again. Taken by Adrian Colleran. A left-footed kick, narrowly wide, but wide all the same. There's a switch. Substitution on Murray's team. I don't have the names. We'll tell you about it later. Michael Delaney, left-footed, up the field. Well cut out by Gus Shaughnessy there. Along the ground. There's quite a bit of hacking along the ground. The wet conditions, of course. Taken there by Adrian Flynn. Looks very strong on the centre half-back position. Fisted into the middle to Matty Crowe. Nice movement here. On to Declan Colleran, going toe to hand. He's 35 yards out, and he strokes it over the bar for a very good point there. Good move there. Started by Adrian Flynn back in the half-back line to Matty Crowe, and he laid it on to Aidan Colleran. Declan Colleran it was. And he kicked that one over the bar. For a very good point. That puts the sides level, both teams. 3 points, 1 goal for Murray's Timbermen. Terrific kick out again, aimed at PJ Fahey. Well taken by Kevin Kelly. Operating all over the field. Cut out by St.Brendan. Over to the far side of the field. Big John Byrne from Killererin catches that one. Trying to get room to swing his leg. Flicks it out to the far side of the field. High out to the far side of the field, and about well wide. Kick out to be taken by Gus Shaughnessy. Out to Pádraig Fallon. Left footed. This side of the field. Declan Colleran tends to go right, goes right, into the centre. Up they go for it. Flicked on there to well cut out by St.Brendan. Dropping in the middle of the field again between the two PJs. Noel Cuniff clearing his lines. Up. Declan Hill flicks it in. Martin Murray heading for goal. He's on the 14. He takes his shot off the post and over the bar for a very good point. That puts McConns Car Hire in the lead by the slenderest of margins. Certainly with the conditions the way they are, there's not going to be much in it at the end. Another kick out from St.Brendan. Kevin Kelly tidies it up there. Into Matty Crowe. Out to the fair. John Joe Fahey slightly misjudges that one. Raymond McConn on the far side. Into Declan Colleran. Decides to go it alone. He had a go. He was in a position to shoot, but it was narrowly wide. Certainly McConn's Car Hire seem to be the more mobile team at the moment in any case. Another kick out from St.Brendan. This one doesn't come quite as far out. Knocked down to Raymond McConn. Shows a fair turn of pace there, but he's robbed by John Joe Fahey. And John Joe roots it out. Cut out by Adrian Flynn. Good attacking ball into Matty Crowe. Matty holds that one on the chest and lays it on. Left footed by great point there by Jerry Glynn. It's either Jerry Glynn or Kevin Gavin. I don't know which of them it is. One or the other of them. One of the midfielders there. Very good left footed point there after a good pass by Matty Crowe. At this stage, Murray's would want to get the ball down the field at least. Ball hasn't got past the middle of the field now for the last 8 or 9 kickouts. Out into the middle. Drop down. Kevin Kelly gathering a lot of ball out there. They seem to be in control. Quickly taken by PJ Fahey. Straight in, dropping on the edge of the square. Well held by Matty Crowe. Bit of a soccer touch. The chance here. Oh, Matty Crowe fly kicked that one along the ground there, and one that could have ended up in the net. St.Brendan again with the kick out. I'm sure he'll try and keep it away from PJ Fahey, or PJ Carty rather. PJ Carty's breaking a lot of the ball out there in the middle of the field. Aidan Colleran fouled in possession there. There's a free to be taken by Jerry Glynn. Jerry Glynn from the Pearses Club in Tock-McConnell. Oh, a lucky one there. What an amazing let-off. Came off the crossbar, flight kicked off the post, and still in play. Declan gets it out. Yes. He went for the gap between the two defenders there, but was tripped in transit. And there's a free 21 yards out, 5 yards to the right of the goal, and I'm sure Jerry Glynn will have a go at this one to stroke it over the bar. Scored a few nice pints with the left foot there earlier on, and this one is in an ideal position. Nevertheless, anything can happen. Yes, he hits it beautifully, but just hit it a fraction too far. About a foot wide on the far side. Still only 2 points in it. 5 points to a goal for Murray's Timber. St.Brendan with the kick out. Not a very good one. Topped in Martin Murray, getting a bit of room for himself. But he kicks it wide. Kevin Gavin from the Pierce's club over there. I was mixing up his name. He's having a very good game actually. John Muldoon having difficulty clearing his lines there. St.Brendan tidies that up to the far side of the field. Noel Cuniff and Adrian Flynn have it all wrapped up here in Pádraig Fallon. It's a very strong half-back line, and certainly Murray's Timbermen seem to have difficulty breaking it down. Well cut out by St.Brendan. Referee Charlie McDonald certainly trying to keep strict control of the game, letting nothing go. He doesn't quite get hold of this one. Adrian Flynn. John Muldoon. Out to Kevin Kelly. Right into the middle. Held there by Aidan Collarden. Left footed and over the bar. So it's 6 points now for McConns Car Hire to a goal for Murray's Timber. Game a bit one-sided at this point in time now. I said there, the dominance of Noel Cuniff, Adrian Flynn and Pádraig Fallon, and the McConn's half-back line seems to be influential in them getting the ball down. Kevin Kelly fielding that one well out in the middle of the field there. And the free to be taken by PJ Carty. Good kick from PJ. John Joe Fahey tidies that up. And he's coming out with it, left-footed into the centre. Pádraig Fallon out to Aidan Collarden. On the far side of the field, toe to hand. Into the centre, but who was waiting for there? Only John Joe Fahey. Having a terrific tussle out there with Raymond McConn. McConn gets the better of this one, left-foots it into the centre. Timber Tom Doyle. Right-footed to the far side. PJ Carty up in an unusual position for a full back there. Nevertheless, and it's cleared out by St.Brendan. Certainly an awful lot of space down on my left hand side here. We have only the two corner forwards in one half of the field. Kevin Kelly to take the sideline kick on the far side. Good kick into the middle. Knocked down there and fielded by John Byrne. Out to Kevin Kelly again. He's collecting an awful lot of ball out in the centre. Adrian Flynn decides to go it alone. But it's gone out for a wide ball. St.Brendan with the kick out. Out to Matty Crowe. Matty can't quite hold on to it. Neither can anybody else. John Murray out to this side of the field, but again it's cut out by Pádraig Fallon, and that's referee blows the whistle for half time. Pretends to go right, goes left, toe to hand, left footed, right into the boss in the corner. Slightly too much pace on that one for Raymond, and it's gone out over the end line and a wide ball. Score is 6 points to 1 goal. Nothing in it in those conditions. A snap goal would bring Murray's Timber Yard right back into the contest again. We nearly had one there right after the interval. St.Brendan kicks it out, dropping out in front of us here. Knocked on by Kevin Farley. Jerry Glynn, left footed into the centre, lovely ball. Adrian Collerton can't hold on to that one. Tackled by Jerry Glynn. Free out. We have a casualty out in front of us here. Kevin Kelly. He's okay though. Long kick by St.Brendan, smashed down by Pádraig Fallon, down to Jerry Glynn. Jerry going toe to hand up along on the far side of this side of the field. He's gone 30, he's gone 40, flicks it out to Matty Crowe. Matty on the burst. Took a step or two too many with that one there. He went for the gap. But the referee, quite wisely there, pulling him up for too many steps. Quite a good contingent of followers here for this game. And we're having an influx of the famous midges now, as PJ Fahey gathers that one and strokes it out to the far side. Very high, dropping. Gathered there by PJ Carty. What a great old contester PJ is. Nevertheless, he's given very little away in there. John Byrne and Pádraig Fallon. Pádraig Fallon begin to get loose now. Slips it into Matty Crowe. Matty going toe to hand. Back to Pádraig Fallon. Left footed into the centre. Dangerous looking ball. Kevin Kelly. Should have gathered that one cleanly, but John Joe Fahey to the rescue. Terrible clearance from John Joe though. And Aidan Collerton gratefully accepts and kicks that one over the bar. Score at the moment 7 points for McConns Car Hire, 4 points, a goal for Murray's Timber. Paddy Murray down here in front of me, looking very anxious at the moment. Great kick again from St.Brendan, out well held by PJ Fahey. Right over to the far side of the field. Switched out there to Joseph Murray. He's fouled in possession. PJ Fahey trying to steal a few yards there, but the vigilant sergeant, of course, is not going to let him go with that. Putting him back to the proper position. Tom Dial coming with a bit of a run. Gets it. Slips by one. Slips. Oh, hit by Pádraig Fallon. It's not too easy to slip him. PJ Fahey, left footed. Murray's desperately looking for a goal. Low. The Timbermen seem to be searching for goals all the time. Certainly that goal has had a few near escapes in the second half. Just one goal would put them right back into the game again. Tom Dial seems to be downwinded there after that bit of an altercation with Pádraig Fallon. But it's probably an oxygen problem. He'll be okay in a minute. Yes, he's okay again. Pat Kelly gone out there with the bottle and some words of encouragement. Kick out by Gus Shaughnessy. Adrian Flynn holds it. Makes a desperate effort to get out with the ball. He's fouled by John Murray. Adrian Flynn takes that one, screws off his boot and goes out on the far side of the field. John Muldoon with the sideline kick. It's knocked out by John Murray. And the free kick this time will be taken by Kevin Glynn. Jerry Glynn, rather. Matty Crowe there. A bit doesn't agree with that decision by the referee. Quickly taken. PJ Fahey holds on to it too long. Quickly taken again. Into Adrian Colleran. Toe to hand, switches it over to this side. Matty Crowe in a dangerous position, runs onto it beautifully, slips it inside. Knocked away by Declan Kelly. Exchange is getting a bit heated at the moment. St.Brendan. Poor clearance. Into the centre of the field. Kevin Kelly. Out. McConns more prepared to throw the ball around. Martin Murray out to Adrian Colleran. And Aidan Colleran kicks that one. Narrowly wide. St.Brendan with another kick out. Well held by John Byrne. Being hit by a few players there over on the far side of the field where John Murray getting a bit of room there, throws it into the centre, but Noel Cuniff comes out, misjudges it completely into Michael Delaney. Left footed, dropping in. But it's cut out there by Adrian Flynn. Adrian seems to be having a very stabilising effect there on the McConns defence. Out to Noel Cuniff from the St. Bridget's club on the far side. He clears it down the far side, knocked in by Matty Crowe. Well taken there into Martin Murray. Martin coming toe to hand across this side of the field. Slips it out to Pádraig Fallon. On the burst, through the middle. Toe to hand. Out to Matty Crowe. They're moving slickly, this outfit now. And he kicks it over the bar for a very well worked point there. Certainly most of the people down in front of us here, they're either scratching or trying to cover their heads, that the midges at the moment are getting very irritating. Certainly for anyone that's not used to this field, it'll be a most uncomfortable 20 minutes from now until the end of the game. John Byrne gets that in. Into Kevin Gavin. Kevin comes toe to hand, had a great first half. Not so prominent in the second half until now. He's gone 30, he's gone 40, flicks it in into Kevin Kelly. Can't quite hold on to it. Challenged there by Kevin Farrell. Into the centre. Aidan Colleran took his eye off that one, and St.Brendan. Fly kicks it out to PJ Fahey. PJ Fahey opts for the short pass to St.Brendan. Can't quite hold on to it. He's knocked over there by Pádraig Fallon. And it's picked up by Adrian Flynn. And here he comes. He's gone 40 yards. Flicks it into Aidan Colleran. Will he shoot? He's going to go further. Left-footed ball in. Well saved there by Kevin Kelly. Under pressure from Martin Murray. And cleared out by John Muldoon. Down the far side of the field. John Murray now. Coming toward a hand. Right in. Noel Cuniff to the rescue. Fly kicks it. Drop kick. Dropping. 40 yards out. Hands grabbing for it. Can't quite hold Kevin Kelly in position. He's on the 14. Takes his shot. And it's over the bar for another very good point there for McConns. Certainly at this stage, it's a rather one-sided contest. There's only one team in it at the moment. McConns car hire seem to have indulged in a buying spree over the last 12 months. They have seemed to have imported a lot of fairly lively footballers. Kick out, well held by John Byrne from Kilrearan, up to this side of the field. Knocked away there by Kevin Gavin, out over the sideline. It's a sideline kick to be taken by cuts it into the middle. PJ Fahy in position. He's on the 21. Right footed and over the bar. 8 points to 1-1. 4 points in it, I think, all the time. Maybe that's the score that will inject some life into the Timbermen to try and grab a few scores. 8 points to 4, I think. Kick out by Gussie Shaughnessy. Well held. St.Brendan seems to have moved out the field, and that's a high lobbing ball. The goalie doesn't come for it, and it hops narrowly wide. John Byrne has gone back full back. St.Brendan out round the middle of the field. Gus takes it out this side, out to Noel Cuniff. Left footed, drop kick into the centre. Raymond McConn. He's going on the burst, flicks it in. Well held by Tom Doyle. Gets by 1, 2, 3 tackles. Right footed, out to PJ Fahy. John Murray on the far side. Yes. Seth and Jerry Glynn having a bit of an altercation out there. Free quickly taken by PJ Fahy, out to St.Brendan. Sean will try a long one in. He does indeed. Dropping on the edge of the square. Up they go for it. Tidied up there by Kevin Gavin. St.Brendan knocks a few of them out of the way there and gets possession. Right across the goal. Dangerous ball. Knocked away by PJ Carty. PJ Fahy picking up a lot of loose possession. Right footed. About 10 yards wide, that one. He'll be very disappointed with that one. Could have scored, if they had got a score there, a score at this stage. The supporters, Jimmy Farrell exhorting his troops out here for greater effort. Kick out taken by Gussie Shaughnessy. There's a sub coming on. Let's follow the play. Tom Doyle in possession. They're putting on the pressure now. PJ Fahy, a high one, dropping down. Oh, dangerous looking ball. Again, narrowly wide. Narrowly wide. Marty Slyman is in the game now. Himself and Joseph Murray having a bit of a tiff over there on the far side. Kick out by Gus Shaughnessy. Hard to get the ball away from this goal. Adrian Flynn catching that one cleanly. John Joe Fahy. Bit of a high tackle there from John Joe, but the ref doesn't see it. Well cut out by Tom Guile, having a terrific second half. Michael Delaney comes for it. Bernie floats it in low. Gus Shaughnessy gets a boot to it. Sean Curley fly kicks it. Kevin Gavin having a run. Support on his right. This could be dangerous. Over carries the ball. Very good decision there again by the referee. Oh, yeah. Free in the middle of the field to be taken by St.Brendan. High ball dropping into the square. Up they go for it. Hands reach for it, but Noel Caniff there gathers that one and drop kicks it out into the middle of the field. Terrific tussle there between Matty Crowe and Tom Doyle. Matty gets the better of this one. Great left-handed pass out to Raymond McConn. Raymond pretends to go right, goes right. Reverse pass to Matty Crowe. This is lovely football. Back again to Raymond McConn. Runs into a bit of opposition there, but kicks a beautiful right-footed shot. But it's narrowly wide. A very good move there. 5 or 6 very nice passes thrown together there. Kick out quickly taken by Declan Kelly. Out into the middle of the field. Matty Crowe gets his hand to it. Held by Kevin Farrell. Right-footed up the centre. Jerry Glynn in possession. PJ Fahey gets a hold of him there and swings out of his jersey. And Jerry himself will take the free kick, I'm sure. Yes, he strokes it into the middle. Aidan Collern. Conditions underneath treacherous. Kevin Farrell having quite a good game for the Timbermen. Throws it into the middle of the field. Cut out by Adrian Flynn. To Noel Caniff. To Pádraig Fallon. He's going to go it alone. Left-footed. And a very good pint from about 40 yards out there. Left-footed pint. So the score at the moment, with about 20 minutes of play gone in the second half, 15 minutes of play gone, 9 pints for McConn's car hire and a goal and a pint for the Timbermen. Tom Doyle gets the kick out into the centre. Up they go for it. Breaks away there. Joseph Murray. John Muldoon. Flicked into the middle. There's a lot of soccer going on at the moment. But the ball is heading towards the goal. We could have a goal here. Again, it's narrowly wide. John Donoghue, the McConns team manager down here on the right, with a bottle of Lucozade, looking pleased with his charges at this stage. He seems to have bought well in the past 12 months. Tom Doyle. Jerry Glynn in possession. Jerry has a tendency to overcarry the ball at times. Great ball in, dropping in between Kevin Farrell and Kevin Kelly. Kevin Farrell knocks it away from him. Better known as a hurler. John Joe Fahey intercepts that one, and here he comes. Into the centre of the field. St.Brendan grabs that in the centre of the field. Toe to hand. Gets it right in. Those are dangerous balls, hard to deal with. Fouling going on there. A free to be taken 21 yards out. Quickly taken. Man loose on the edge of the square. It's a goal. It's a goal. It's a goal. And I'm telling you, we have now it's all to play for. That, in my book, it's about 9 pints to 2-1. 9 pints to 7. There's only 2 pints in it. Maybe 3. Is that the injection? St.Brendan's coming out into the middle of the field is having a major influence in the game. They don't seem to be able to counteract him. Very strong on the ball. PJ Fahey. Left-footed low. There seem to be having men loose all over the place. And again, right in low. And Tony Flynn in the goal under pressure again there. McConn's rear guard seems to have lost its composure there for a few minutes. Quickly snapped up by Martin Murray, who's wielding the right fist there in PJ Fahey's direction. Yes, there's a bit of all-in wrestling going on over there on the far side of the field now. Nobody in a hurry to break it up, but the lawman has arrived now, and needless to say, it's just it's nothing serious. They're getting up, they're shaking hands, and there's no bones broken, as they say in the ad. Referee throws in the ball. St.Brendan again collects this one. Takes about 25 steps, penalised of course, and is very disappointed in with the referee's decision. Jerry Glynn to take the kick. Over on the far side of the field. Floats it in. Up they go for it. John Byrne and Adrian Collarden. Aidan gets the better of this one. The ball has gone out over the line on the far side of the field. It'll be a line ball for the Blues, McConns. Jerry Glynn right across the goal, dropping about 35 yards out. Up they go for it. Matty Crowe runs onto it. Nobody to take it from him. Matty goes toe to hand. Shadowed there by Joe Murray. Out to Pádraig Fallon. Left footed. That's narrowly wide. About 10 minutes left in the game. Anybody's game yet? Tom Dial out over the line on this side. John Donoghue down here on the right doesn't look as composed as he did 5 minutes ago before the Woodmen got that goal. I'm sure he had some harsh things to say to his backline there. Kevin Kelly throws it in. John Joe Fahey catches that one in his chest and lays it on out to Kevin Farrell. John Joe having a great second half at right full back there. Into the centre. Gus Shaughnessy drops that one after a collision there. It's knocked away by Joe Murray, doing terrific tackling in there. Michael Delaney in possession. Kick blocked down by Gus Shaughnessy. Yes, boots flying all the place. Gus over to Pádraig Fallon. Back to Jerry Glynn. Jerry decides to go it alone. Left footed up the side of the field. Oh, a high centre. Very dangerous dropping ball. The goalie is out. Very lucky to get away with that one. Out to the far side of the field. Joseph Murray. High kick into the centre. PJ Fahey in possession. Can't quite hold on to it. He gets it again though. Gets by one tackle. Good ball up to Kevin Farrell. Here he comes. Hit by Pádraig Fallon there. Yes. Slight altercation going on here now in front of us. Nevertheless. Kevin Farrell takes the free. Right into the centre. Up they go for it. Joe Murray running onto it. PJ Fahey, yes. Well held there by Guider, left footed, dangerous looking ball. Sean Curley to the rescue. Quickly taken, free out. Martin Murray back helping out the defence there. Up to Aidan Collarden. Into Sean Curley. Sean going toe to hand, right footed up the far side of the field. Kevin Kelly and John Muldoon go for that one. And it's gone out over the sideline anyway for a line ball. Jerry Glynn to take the sideline kick, left footed, right into the centre. Up they go for it, knocked down by Matty Crowe to Kevin Kelly. Kevin Kelly punched. And it'll be a free in. This will be an important score. If they can get it over the bar, it'll put them in a fairly handy position going into the last 5 minutes. Jerry Glynn to take it, I'd say left footed. Hit a few nice ones in the first half, missed one. No mistake this time. Over the bar. Kick out taken again. Jerry Glynn held onto there by Joe Murray. Free quickly taken. into Aidan Colleran. Left footed, very high. Over on this side, Raymond McConn collects that one, shadowed by John Joe Fahey. Out to Matty Crow, into Raymond McConn. They're playing for a free here. Raymond swings it across. Marty Slyman in possession. Can't quite hold on to it. John Muldoon, Kevin Farrell. Showing a nice turn of foot there. Pádraig Fallon bats it down. Kevin Farrell. Kevin Kelly, very high. Dangerous dropping ball. John Burton tidies it up. Very easy to pick out John there as he floats a left-footed kick. Joe Murray on the far side of the field. Yes, a dangerous tackle there by Pádraig Fallon. A fairly hefty challenge. Referee having difficulty keeping up with the play at the moment. Brings it in a further 10 yards there. Obviously somebody said something nice to him. St.Brendan, I'm sure, will attempt to stroke it over the bar or maybe lob it in. He drops it in short. Gathered there by Sean Curley. And it's a free out. McConns don't seem to be in any hurry taking this one. Time is on their side, they feel. Gus Shaughnessy out the far side of the field. Nobody there for it. It dribbles out over the sideline on the far side. Sideline ball to be taken by PJ Fahey. PJ floats it in, dropping about 30 yards out. Well held by Seamus. John Gyrey there fouled in possession. Playing quite a good game since he came on as a substitute in the second half. Getting quite a lot of possession on this wing here. PJ could try for a goal here. Oh, he taps it over the bar to narrow the gap still further. About 5 minutes left in the game now, with only 2 points between them. One goal could put the issue one way or the other. Kick out to be taken by Gussie Shaughnessy. Good kick from Gus into the middle, well held by Kevin Kelly. Throws it across to the far side to Jerry Glynn. Jerry took a good few steps with that one. Gets away with it though. Into the centre, Aidan Colleran throws it out. Martin Murray making ground on the far side. Tackled by John Muldoon. Throws the ball into Aidan Colleran. And Aidan tips it over the bar. That could well decide the destination of the McConn Trophy this year, that score. Kick out quickly taken to Kevin Farrell. Kevin lets it down this side. John Gyrey pushes a few of them out of the way and gets possession for his corner forward. In and out. It's gone very near the sideline. It's gone out over the sideline on this side of the field. It's a Timbermen's ball. Quickly taken by John Gyrey. Blocked down by Kevin Gavin. Up to Kevin Kelly. Tackled by Kevin Farrell. Into the centre. Aidan Colleran and Tom Doyle going for it together. Tom Doyle gets the better of this tussle or Dussy. St.Brendan is in there. A lovely flick from Sean. 2 or 3 men round him. And he lobs it in. Oh, a dangerous lobbing ball. Dropping on the edge of the square. John Gyrey is under it. It breaks out to PJ Fahey. PJ to Michael Delaney. Michael Delaney swung out of around the neck there. Outside the big square though. They're calling for a penalty, but there's no question of a penalty. But in those conditions, PJ Fahey might well shoot for a goal. A slippery ball, he might well. Or will he be content to tap it over the bar? He goes for the goal. It's deflected over there by Noel Cunniff, I'd say, that got a hand to that one. And certainly it's a shot that might just have dipped in under the bar. About 2 minutes or 3 left in the game. It's certainly anybody's game, even at this stage. PJ Fahey has gone in full forward. Gus Shaughnessy clears it out. Held there by Adrian Flynn. Carries the ball up the field into Raymond McConn. Raymond in possession. Flicks it back coolly into Aidan Colleran. Aidan trying to get round. Yes. A very good point there by Aidan Colleran. Tips it over the bar. To put the 2 or 3 pints between them again. Quickly taken out to Tom Dial. Knocked away by Jerry Glynn on the far side. And the referee blows the final whistle, and it's all over for this year. Winners by about score of 10 pints, I'd say, to 2-2, something like that for the final score. And the crowd moving onto the field now on a rather dark, damp, dreary evening. So that's it for this evening. We'll leave you with this. We'll have a word from Pat Kelly coming up here now on the right, just to get his views on the game. How did he feel about it, about the game? What did you think of the game, Pat? Well, Pat, a great contest.
It was a great contest. It was any team could have won it in the finish, and Flynns had a better fitness in the second half, and they had some star players there in Pádraig Fallon, and I'd say a couple of the Flynns, they were very good, and they got some excellent scores from play. As regards Murray's, they were a bit unlucky. Their fitness let them down in the evening, I'd say, and maybe the wet evening didn't suit some of the players.
Flynns, or McConns rather, team manager John Dunn, who seems to have invested in a few lively players in the last 12 months, would you think? And certainly, judging by the season's performance, it paid off.
It certainly did, and looking at them, they're not all mechanics. They're well-nourished boys, some of these, and I think they're doing more for football than working in the garage, and who knows, next year it could be Murray's turn.
Certainly.
Win this trophy next year, he's going to have to do likewise.
He's going to have to invest in some...
I think so, yes.
Some younger legs, you reckon?
Yes.
Now, Pat, to put you in a spot, who would your man of the match be?
Well, he's certainly a spot.
We'll just give you about 30 seconds to make up your mind. Now, there was a few great performances there from Kevin Kelly, PJ Carty, now a veteran of the many campaigns in hurling and football, had a great game. Yourself, Pádraig Fallon, Adrian Flynn, great second half. Noel Cunniff, terrific first half, not as much in the game in the second half. Many contenders for it.
I'd have to go for Adrian Flynn, because he was the centre back and he did a tremendous amount of work there for the McConn team, and Kevin Kelly very unlucky to miss out here on this occasion, but next year he'll be maybe his turn.
Thanks very much, Pat.
Okay.
The game. Well, Matty, pleased with the team's performance?
Oh yeah, we're very pleased. It was a tough game. I thought we'd win it a bit easier because we had a different team out than we had last year. We got a few new signings, so
you seem to have bought well.
We did. It was rather close to the finish. I didn't think it would be. They got a couple of lucky goals that really kept them in the game. Yes. Other than that, I think we'd have beaten them well. Other than that, you
had a lot of possession in the first quarter, but we're finding difficulty in turning it into scores.
Yeah, we couldn't score.
You couldn't score.
No.
Basically, your half-back line was very strong.
The half-back line, that was our best line.
That line, you snuffed them out there.
Yeah.
But overall, Matty, very pleased to be back with the trophy after 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
Very good. Thanks very much, Matty.
Thanks.
And John Joe, the vanquished. Pleased enough with the performance. Could have gone anyway.
Yes, pleased enough. Very good game, we thought. Good hard football.
You had a terrific tussle yourself down there with Raymond McConns.
Yes, Raymond is a good, hard, strong player. I think he got the better of him in the finish.
I think you got the better of yourself down the second half. It was touch and go.
Touch and go all that way. Well, congratulations. They deserve to win it. They lost the last two. As they said a while ago, if they didn't win this one, they wouldn't play it anymore. So we'll have another go next year.
He'll be back next year. That's it. Thank you very much, John Joe.
Thanks.